Check, check, check. See how we are doing. I think we're doing good. All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first official stream on the channel. If you are new, well, the channel's new, so everyone's new. But quick little introduction. What's going on, everyone? I am Denzel, aka Zell, King Zell and 7, as you see on the YouTube channel and my gamer tag. Basically, this channel we just do. I'm a filmmaker, storyteller, so I like to talk about story a lot, and I like storytelling in all forms of media. One of those being video games. So I'm doing this live stream for one of my favorite games of all time, and favorite game franchise and game franchises in general, Mass Effect. So yeah, we're going to be basically kind of doing like a retrospective, kind of like just going through it, talking about storyline. So if you've never played Mass Effect before, just be careful of spoilers because I will be just talking about the game. So I'm not going to be consciously like thinking about, I'm just going to be talking freely about the game. So just be mindful of that if you've never played the game before and you don't want anything spoiled or anything like that. But yeah, so this should be pretty fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full on playthrough. I might just kind of hit certain moments and certain points of the game, and I don't know for a fact if I'm going to do the full series. I probably will, but I will be, I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'm going to check the streams to make sure we're good. I literally just got permission from YouTube to start streaming today, so I want to make sure that it's actually working. All right, but yeah, so I want to basically be, let's see, I don't know if it's up. Looks like it is up. Okay, yeah, looks like it's going pretty well too. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, leave in the comments in the comments if anything is off or anything sounds weird. But I'm just gonna go ahead and hop in and start getting rock and rolling here. I actually tried streaming the other day and it didn't work, obviously. So what I ended up doing was I'm gonna just basically start over. So we're gonna start new. I'm gonna be playing on Insanity. I've never beat the game on Insanity before, so I'm just gonna try it out and see how it goes. But I'm gonna be bringing in a character I've beat the game with before, make it a little bit, I guess, easier. I'm gonna come in with a already leveled character, so that should help it be a little bit more manageable. And yeah, but to go over what a little backstory on the character, this is I think his name is JD Shepard. He's a spacer, so basically he kind of grew up on spaceships. A soldier, paragon kind of guy, war hero. This is like I guess, stereotypical, super like, this is like the heroic version of Shepard, basically. All right, let's go ahead and start a new career. But we're going to bring in a pre-existing character. I will most likely be taking this stream, like mission by mission. But we'll see. So I don't really anticipate going longer than like an hour on most of these streams. All right, yeah, war hero, space. Okay, cool. And bring him in and get it going. Alrighty. So yeah, let me know if anything is like if the game volume is too loud or anything like that. Like I said, first stream here, so I had to get things set up and get things right. But yeah. And I also am doing other videos. So if you go on my channel now, I got 2 other videos up. And it kind of gives you like an idea of what you're gonna get on this channel. So like I do like talking about stories from books, TV shows, movies, video games. So I do live streaming like this, retrospective on certain games that I really like, and for like the story, and we just talk about the story as I play through it, and then I'll do like just kind of like somewhat reviews of other books and movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and kind of like comparing things, this or that, story breakdown. Like I said, I'm a filmmaker, so I always look at things through the lens of being a storyteller and putting story first. So that's kind of like the angle I come out, with entertainment in general. I feel like this mic is a little too low, but so yeah, I'm assuming people who are watching have played Mass Effect, and if you have not, then this is probably not the best stream because I'm talking over the intro and all this stuff. But Mass Effect is cool. Like I think the thing that really got me with this game is not like it's really the presentation. Like they did a really good job, and I think this game came out in, like, what, 2007 or something like that. Like they did a good job of like making this feel like a cinematic experience in a video game. And that's kind of common now, but I don't really think that you had, games that did certain things, but like, I don't think, I'm trying to think of another game at the top of my head that was doing it like Mass Effect did it. And I think that Mass Effect set things up a lot for other games that's like, we just take for granted now. Like, to be able to have characters, like, I know choice in video games has been around forever, but I think Mass Effect made it as popular in the mainstream as it is today. To play, I guess BioWare games in general have done that, but I'm just saying, like, Mass Effect, I think that's what people think about when they think about player choice, and you make decisions that affect things and set stuff up for later games and things like that. But yeah, introduction of characters. Look at like the camera pushing in, and then you pushing in on Joker, and then revealing Kaden over to the side. This is pretty cool.
Your captain will be pleased.
Like, they really did set it up like it's a game, and giving you, like, I love the beginning of this game because it like gives you little like teases into the world. Turn my volume up a little bit because I can't hear it at all. Not that I really need to hear it. I've played this game so many times. But yeah, setting up, like, it's not like there's no narrator saying. You get a little bit of that in the beginning. Let's see, but only an idiot believes the official story. Like I said, this I'm playing Shepard, very Paragon, because you got Paragon or Renegade, so I'm gonna play more on the good side. I have another playthrough that I'm doing off stream. That's a Renegade one, and that one is I'm playing as an adept, so straight up biotic. And I've never done just straight adept. I've always mixed it with like Vanguard or one of the other, like Infiltrator or whatever the other like versions of biotic there are. You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
But yeah, this Shepard's like, very much a military man. That's kind of like my backstory in my brain. He's very much like, he was raised up by military parents. Because I know with this version of Shepard, your mom is in the game at some point. She's like a captain or something like that. But yeah, playing Mass Effect for the first time, this was the first game I played like on this scale that was like this. And I was like, what in the world? Like, it just blew me away. I'm just like, man. And being able to, like, talk to characters and interact. And that's the thing that, like, Mass Effect does pretty well, where it's like, you like talk to characters and you can dive more into their backstory. You don't have to, but you can get more into their mindset, into, how they think about stuff, and even help some, like Presley's an example of a character who you actually can affect. Like, he's very, very much like not into having aliens on the ship and stuff like that. He's very, human first. But you can kind of like change his mind about it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
All we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system. Why is Captain Anderson in charge?
If we're all supposed to, test system, why is Captain Anderson involved? See, this game did a good job of like setting up like, because it was very much like the whole setting of this was so like, everyone was questioning. It's okay, this is a weird mission. Like, we have a high profile, captain in the Alliance who's doing a stealth test like on the ship. That's like they basically did the cover for the mission. I think was something like they said like it's like a stealth mission or like a they're testing stuff out. And then they have a Spectre, which the Spectres are like this high level government organization who works for the council, and they only report directly to them. Super covert espionage type stuff. Like they don't answer to anybody. They don't answer to they're above the law. They only really answer to the council. So it's like, all right, why is that guy here? Then you even have somebody like I don't really know if they questioned it, but they even have somebody who's like Commander Shepard, who, depending on your backstory, like my Shepard is a war hero, and regardless of there's 3 different backstories, but regardless of the backstory that you choose, he or she is very significant in some kind of way. They've done something significant. So,
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
it's kind of cool. They were like, okay, it gives you those little clues. Okay, something's going on here. There's more happening than they're like letting on to. Dr. Chakwas.
Staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal.
Oh,
Your
Jenkins.
real action patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Relax, Jenkins. A good soldier stays calm. Oh, stays cool, even under fire. Yeah, some foreshadowing there.
Spectre on board.
Just treat it like any other assignment, and you've had everything will work out. Ah, man. they really were laying it on thick for this guy. This might be my big. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up. That's one area where I'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to that in a second. But he's like, you are like, sorry if you heard it, just burst on the mic. It was like he said, basically telling him, hey, stay calm, stay cool. This is just one mission. You got a whole career ahead of you. So don't do anything stupid to mess it up. That was the line. So it was like a warning. But when you see, and like obviously we'll see here in a second what happens. So I'm like, I don't really know if they did a good job executing that. Commander Shepard, I was hoping you could hear first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime.
Ooh.
It's quite beautiful.
I've heard it's quite beautiful. I think it's I did this one. That's it.
They say it's a paradise.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise.
Serene, tranquil, safe. A symbol
Eden Prime is
for your people.
a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting when you think about like all like the stuff going on, like leading into this backstory. You don't know about all this stuff, but like this is not too far removed from the First Contact War. And, Turians and humans don't have a good relationship. Turians being, this is for anyone who doesn't know what this game is, but Turians being the species that this guy you're talking to is from, they don't have a good relationship with humans.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown.
This is far more simple than a simple shakedown.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't
This
tell me.
comes down from the top.
I'm not going to be digging too much into most of these dialogue trees because like I said, I've done this so many times. And like I said, this is just more of a retrospective in a way. So that's why I kind of said when I started, I don't know if I'm going to really just play the entire thing through. There's so many Let's Plays out there. If we start building the audience up, I'm just starting, so there's no one here but me. And, so it's not like there's a lot of people right now. But as we get going and as the audience builds up, if this is something that, people want to see more of, let me know. And I'm willing to keep playing it. Or I will say play more of it on stream. We don't need you sound worried.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting.
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard.
There's more, Shepard. Now this isn't just here for the beacon. He's here. He's also here to evaluate you. So there was a lot of stuff they had going on,
Guess that explains why I bump into him every
but
day.
evaluating him for the Spectres.
Humanity
which there hasn't been a human Spectre technically,
We want more say with the Citadel Council.
not officially.
Represent the Council's power.
The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept the humans to their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage but also incredible skill.
That's why I put your
You put my name forward. I always kind of forget about that part, that he did it.
Why would a Turian want to...
Not all Turians.
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy and to the Spectres. I'm gonna just say this: humanity came into this hot. Like the way this world is set up. I like to read different science fiction books and things like that. But like they always talk about other, like, okay, I think the thought usually is that if there's other life in the planet, that it would be super advanced and super far ahead of humanity, which isn't the case in this game.
I assume
They're like a little bit further ahead because I don't think that humans knew about relays or hadn't discovered like traveling at the speeds that all the other, that the rest of the galaxy travels at. But in terms of like military force and other technology, like humanity just stepped right in. It was like, oh, okay, we didn't know y'all existed, but they were like there. It was like not like nobody else was that far ahead of them. It was just the only thing that humans lacked was the fact they just didn't know what other life was out there. So I'm always saying that's kind of interesting, to think about.
just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
In the grand scheme of the game, like if you go to the entire series, I think it kind of makes sense why it worked out that way. But it's like looking at it, it's like, would that actually be how that would go down? But yeah, humanity basically came right in like, okay, yeah, they have like one of the strongest military forces in the galaxy. I think that knock stuff over. I think the Turians have the strongest. I think, but I don't remember. But I would assume that humanity's right there because I remember that being one of the things that it was like appealing to the council to allow humanity to come into the council space and to interact with them and to be considered one of the council, or not the council, but to be a part of just to be a part of the galaxy and to be a part of that community. I think I remember reading something or seeing something that said that was part of the reason was because of how formidable their military was.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly.
Let me just do this.
It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
But yeah, if you have not played Mass Effect, I definitely suggest checking it out. It's a fun game.
You're going in.
Like I said, I've been playing this game for years. I've been playing this game. This is the Legendary Edition that came out a couple years ago. Basically, their remaster edition of all of the whole trilogy. But I played this game back on 360 days when it was
Your team's the muscle
not when it first came out, but relatively close when it first came out.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Okay, man. Have fun with that.
Nihilus will scout out ahead.
Then he looks at. Well, why did they give him the close up? I guess it was. I don't know. Maybe that was them giving some foreshadowing.
Ready and able, sir.
I'm not trying to make my Shepherd overly
Good luck.
Boy Scout. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like super Boy Scout. Like he's kind of a Boy Scout. But I'm not trying to go full on Boy Scout. He's got a little bit of, he can have a little bit of edge to him. Then you can play Shepherd the complete other way and be like, yep, I just kill whoever gets in my way. And, oh, let me do this now. Gotta change this to insanity. All right. Yeah, all that's fine. And then level up my squad, which is pointless to do for Jenkins for reasons, but this is one of those things I was like, it would have been cool if like they went. This is I'm gonna just be funny for no reason. I'm gonna give him max combat armor and max out his first aid. And you know what? We're gonna give him fitness. I'm trying to give this man every chance he has to survive, and I know it's not even gonna matter. Poor Jenkins. I think it would have been cool if they had did something in the game where it was like, if you had after beating it, you come back through and you have all these extra points. If you max out his if you completely max out his combat armor and first aid, that he survives. I kind of thought that would have been cool, but I get that it also would have been probably pretty difficult for them to pull that off. Yes, increase. Okay, Caden, I'm gonna get his throw up. Every time I say that. Okay, let's get decryption up there so I can unlock everything. Let's get electronics up. He'll be my tech guy until I get Tally, and then I'm gonna ride with Tally out and in this playthrough. Tally's one of my yeah, I like having Tally. I don't know if she's one of my favorite squad mates. I would say she probably is. Oh yeah, let's get his barrier up. What am I doing? Need to have as much defenses as possible, because I have a feeling that when we start running into bosses and stuff, it's going to be crazy. Okay, should be good now. I'm going to handle armor and stuff later. I don't want to do that here, and I probably will do stuff like that off stream anyway. All right. Okay, here we go. So here's the thing I want to know about this. Is this just a setup? Because Shepard's like, yeah, why is that stuck up there? Look at this man. He just sent him out there. All right, Jenkins, don't do anything stupid. And remember, he said that to him. So he gets shot. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, Jenkins is dead. He did not survive that. Jenkins is gone. But here's what I want to know. Two things. First of all, what type of armor did they give to this man? And I feel like everyone says this, but I mean, it's a good question. Like, what type of armor does this man have that he gets a couple shots to the chest and is done for? I'm like, can I literally walk by without acknowledging his body? Damn, that's grimy.
Rip right through his shields. We're at a chance.
Oh, look, now I maxed out everything. That's what I was saying. Like, I maxed out his armor, I know. So that's one of those things where the story overrides the game mechanic, because you're going to see as I play through this how much I get. You get shot so much in this game, and he got a couple of shots and just instantly. And then the other thing is, why was he not taking cover? They were doing. He was giving him the signal. So did he not see the enemies out there? And it's still, why are you just running out? Like, shouldn't you be like peeking around the corner? So, but my whole point was, he told Jenkins, don't do anything stupid. So from a story standpoint, I think that's kind of a flaw, because I don't know what Jenkins did that was stupid. Unless, and like, if what we just saw him do was like not what he should have done, I think there should have been an extra line of like, Shepard, I mean, not Shepard, like of Shepard saying like, Jenkins, don't go, or something like that. Like, to show his eagerness, because that was like, to me, what they were setting up was saying Jenkins is so eager, he's ready for this, he's gonna do something dumb, which made sense, but that's not really how it didn't seem to play out that way. Was all I was getting at. It seemed like he didn't do anything wrong, and maybe that was they were just doing irony. But if that's the case, there was really no need for him to be like as eager as he was. Like, he could have just been some regular dude. I really think that the real reason though why they did it was because they wanted to set up to let you know what type of world you're getting into. To be like, this isn't some game where everybody survives, and they just wanted you to know that from the beginning. And I kind of think that's like, Caden, can't you do something without me having to tell you to do it? It's hard for me to do that and talk at the same time. Okay, you know what? All right, so Caden is just not going to do anything. He's not responding to my. Oh my gosh, Caden. You know, I was going to try to be a Caden apologist, but it is how it's going to be. When I was started playing on this last time, when I was trying to stream and I couldn't, one of the things I was wondering, I was like, it didn't seem like the enemies were harder to kill. I know I am coming in with a more leveled up character, but I wonder if it's less about it being harder to kill them and that my characters are just dumber. Oh dang, I just jinxed myself. I'm over here just talking all this junk about how it's not hard. I just got blasted. Dang. I went through I did this the other day, that was my first attempt, and oh no, and I got to do all over again. Well, gosh darn. All right, hold on. I'm not doing Jenkins again. That was just for a joke anyway. Oh, I must not have leveled that up that high. That's probably why. Advanced throw. Get this up. I just like using lift a lot more than throw, but I can do both of them. This gets barriered to advanced. Yeah, if I don't need that. Let's get Sentinel up some. All right, sorry, Jenkins, you're not getting anything. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and look at this again. Let me actually, so I don't have to keep, if I happen to die again. At least I don't have to keep allocating. All right, see, look at this. Did they see? Nah, they didn't see anything. That's what happened. So it's actually all Shepard's fault. It's all Shepard's fault because they didn't see anything. And he said, all right, go for it, man. But them, they actually came out ready to start shooting too. That's crazy. So it wasn't even Jenkins' fault at all. They set it up like he was going to be at fault for his death, but that's actually not what happened. So maybe what it's really saying is that it's letting you know. Well, that wouldn't make sense because it's not like I had a choice. I wasn't in control of Shepard when he told Jenkins to do that. So.
Rip right through his shields. You're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper
Aye,
service.
aye, sir.
All right, stay focused. Here we go. All right, so let me stay focused and actually pay attention this time to what I'm doing so I don't get myself killed again. All right, but let's see how fast we go ahead and run through this. I'm going to just get through this really quickly. This is a cool setup mission. The way they do it, they introduce a lot of stuff. Show you how like basically what the game mechanic is like in terms of like, okay, you got a crew of 3 people. All right. Let me get my shields back. Let me actually play with some strategy. Let's get him. He put his barrier up already. I'm gonna use some immunity. This is a weird angle on this one. We're gonna start shooting. All right, let's get out the way. All right, Kaden, can I please get you to use some powers here? Let's do some sabotage on him. All right, cool. And okay, wait a second. All right, there we go. Okay.
Here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I don't know what type of animals those are. They've said it. They said it. I just don't remember what he said. All right, Kaden, do something useful, man. Your throw is leveled up. That's crazy. I didn't realize that wouldn't affect that at all. Okay, why do you gotta stand right next to me? Let's life him up. Oh Lord, he about to get himself killed. Fall back, Kaden. All right, but you see how like how out there I am right now, and Jenkins around there 2 seconds and got killed. But like I said, that's obviously for the story. They were like, we want the story to be that Jenkins doesn't survive. I'm just saying that it's like not that realistic. But I think that it would have been better. They could have helped the game mechanic out if they had have built that in a little bit better. Like said, like, oh, he did something, you know, like he wasn't paying attention and got himself killed. Like I think that would have been good. All right, introducing Ashley Williams. Ashley is a good example, another good example of a character that you can affect as Commander Shepard, which I think is a pretty cool mechanic in the game. Like she comes in very like, I honestly don't think she doesn't come off as bad as Presley to me. People always say she's a space racist because she doesn't, you know, like the other alien races. But knowing her backstory for one, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that I don't know that it's as bad as Presley is. Okay. Let's talk to Ashley Williams.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212.
Are you okay? Need to do all that. Are you wounded, Williams? A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. Others weren't so lucky. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been found for my life ever since. What happened to your unit? We tried to double back at the beacon, but we walked into an ambush.
I think I'm the only one left.
Don't blame yourself, Williams.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could.
All right, let's get a move on. Let's go get this beacon.
Might still be there.
We could use your help.
Aye, aye, sir.
I've never tried to leave her there, but I guess you could. I have no idea if you can actually, because I've never tried it. I know there are. I actually don't need to mess with all this. I know there are like characters you don't have to pick up, but I'm not. I think you have to get the. I think you may have to get the. Get her. Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to. Because if you don't, you're not going to have enough people in your crew moving forward. Who is? I'm trying to think. I think literally everyone else you can deny joining your crew. I think. I could be wrong about that. I'm not positive. I've always just gotten everybody. Because for me, that's like part of the game. Like, again, I play for story, and I want all those characters because I want to see what the storyline is. I want to see how their stories play out. Kaden, you should not be using that gun. Oh, I need to level Ashley up. Hold on. Let me do that here in a second. Oh, Lord. I'm being way too risky. Let me get over here. Yep, I need to get her stats up. I'm gonna focus on assault rifles for her. Let's go ahead and max that out. Get her combat armor up. I just really don't trust anyone with a sniper. Like, I guess they do all right, but I don't know, man. Let's get her assault training maxed out. Let's get her fitness up. That way she has a lot of health, so she can take some damage. Probably won't matter in the long run, because I doubt I'm going to play with Ashley that much in this playthrough anyway, because I also am a soldier. Not that you can't run two soldiers, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's kind of throws off the evenness of your crew. Got him. Oh, there's a way to quick change. Gotta remember how to do it. Boom. Okay. Can someone else do something? Are they still over there? Because I feel like I'm just literally just fighting this by myself. Yeah, what were y'all doing? I thought that maybe that's part of insanity that you got to actually get the commands. So I might need to pay more attention with that. That's probably what it is. They really just don't do anything on their own.
Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
The other thing that was cool about Mass Effect 1 is the mystery, the way that they unveiled the story. It wasn't like all at one time. It was like, you know, you get little bits and pieces here and there, and it's like, okay, the Geth, it's super weird. This whole mission has been weird. The mission for them was already weird because of the things they were talking about before, like, you know, having Captain Anderson there, a highly decorated officer on like a basic shakedown mission, having a high-ranking government employee, essentially being, you know, an inspector. And it's like, okay, why do we have all these high-level people on this mission with the ship? And it's like we're just doing some regular tests, which really they weren't. They were coming to pick up, you know, this beacon, this ancient Prothean beacon. And then they run into the Geth, and it's like, hey, the Geth haven't been seen in, what, 200 years, I think they say. And so, like, the Geth just pop out of nowhere. So it's like, yeah, we don't know what's going on. It's super weird. Then you got these little husk creatures. I don't think they really know anything about them either. So it's like a very unusual setup all around. It makes you question things. All right. Let's make sure I talk. There's a bunch of little hidden stuff. So I'm trying to make sure I get all that. All right. Let's do a little mini game. I'm probably going to use OmniJet for most of this. Thank the maker. Am I just now catching that? What in the world? Did she just say thank the maker?
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be
I'm just now real. Okay, so for anyone who plays Dragon Age, that's okay. I gotta look into that. That's not another, you know, Dragon Age, another game made by the same studio. They say that, but these games are not connected. At least they're not supposed to be connected. And I've never picked up on the fact that she said, thank the maker. Maybe it's just very, you know, a universal term. So they don't, oh, no. Oh, oops. I did not mean to do this.
What did you do?
I just wrought that, man.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
Oh, my gosh. Well, oh, well. This is supposed to be my my Boy Scout, true blue, good shepherd, and I just rocked this man in the face. Golly. Oh, well. God dang. Oh, that's going to be so random. A +9 Renegade points. Dang. I mean, I have nothing against playing Renegade, but it just wasn't my Renegade playthrough. I was trying to play it a very specific way. Oh, well. They're going to be like, it's going to be a hard correction. Oops, I didn't do that. Trying to correct now. I got to do everything perfectly Paragon to get my, because let me see how much that threw off my, not that bad. I still have more Paragon on the slider than I do Renegade. Okay. Another cutscene. You got Nihilus over here. Got to be Mr. Solo. This mission is so random. Saren, what are you doing here? Another Turian. Also a Spectre.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The council thought you
Oh, man.
this one.
That man was way too smooth with it.
Expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
The council thought you could use some help on this one. Don't worry. I've got it under control. Man, completely. Ugh. They hear that random gunshot in the distance. This game actually did. I never really thought about how this game kind of like, you know, you come in, like, it's subverting a lot of expectations. Like, if you thought you was going to be hanging out with nihilists, you're not, you know. Boom. Dang, I didn't want to blow up both of those. 'Cause I could have got multiple people. What? He didn't even. Where are they firing from? Oh, there it is. Bam. Man, I thought these bullets. That's because I got a rapid fire one. I need to get a more powerful sniper. Boom, boom, boom. All right, what else we got? Yeah, this thing is not doing nothing. I need a sniper that's actually going to do some damage. I need to point at that sniper that it's like, you know, a semi-automatic one. All right, where is that other Geth? I know I saw one more. There's one more on the radar. Oh, I keep doing this. Hold on. I was about to do the same thing I did last time. They really did hide this one place you come to. There's like people. I can't. Well, no, I gotta be able to come in here. Cause I don't. Wait, why can't I get in here? Oh, I gotta kill everybody first. I see. Okay. Well, let me just. Cause you can see the people just sitting right in there. But yeah, you gotta be paying attention in this game because you can miss stuff so easily. And I remember playing this game and never knew there was other people over here when I first started playing this.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe?
Just like the other thing I like about it, and you know, this is normal for games now, but I'm just giving credit to Mass Effect, you know, for its time.
You're okay now. Nobody's
These people, you don't have to talk to them, and then they're connected to the guy. There's another guy we're gonna run into, and they have like this little shady, like under black market thing going on that they tell us about that you don't know. When you meet the other dude, you would never know, and it's only if you investigate. So I'm gonna get some more details from them, and then start to find out that oh, wait a minute,
Over near the spaceport.
you guys are doing some shady stuff.
We survived. If they made it to the garage.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to
Jeez,
shut up.
Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up. You should come
You
clean.
have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling.
Yeah, small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds. Oh, so they weren't even really doing the smuggling, but they let them. But they were in on it.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
You're breaking the law,
Not
Cole.
hurting anybody.
We're not hurting anybody. Most of the, you know what's funny is that you're breaking the law, Cole. And I just knocked this dude out earlier for no reasons.
Probably get more use out of it than we
All right. And then this is why you want to have your points up so you can. Oh, I got this intimidating, so that's fine.
We're risking our lives to save this colony.
You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out? I don't need any of this stuff they're giving us though, because I'm a high level character, so I have in-game stuff. So I'm just doing this for the sake of the storyline.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a
His
bad
name,
guy.
he's not a bad guy. He may know something. He may know
It
something.
might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Name's Powell.
Powell.
Works the dock spaceport
The dock
if he's
at
still
the
alive.
spaceport, if he's still
All right, now I know everything I need to know. So that just gives you a little extra. It just kind of, you know, fills the world out a little bit more, and I always kind of like that about it. It just gives you a little extras. It's not like gonna keep you from beating the game or anything, but it just, you know, it's cool to see those little things sprinkled in, and that's one of the things I kind of appreciated with, you know, the older BioWare games is how they sprinkle in those little storylines.
know him?
He head nod. He's a specter. He was on the
Something's moving over behind those
Oh,
crates.
here comes Powell.
Wait, don't shoot. I'm one of you.
But the thing that's funny is we would have walked up to him and had a whole conversation with him and know nothing about the smuggling if we didn't talk to those other people.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I'm sorry.
I
I'll
was
be
hiding
fighting
from the
those
creatures.
creatures.
You get
My
these,
name's Powell.
even in this serious game though, you do get these
Hurry.
funny
Yeah,
moments.
shut him.
So that's another thing with stories. Even if you have a serious like subject matter and story that you're doing, it's good to have those comedic beats as well. It just helps break it up because otherwise you're just gonna be flat one tone the whole time. So it's good to have, and it's realistic. Even in serious situations, people can be funny, even unintentionally. That's kind of how life is. You just have unintentional funny moments.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. Was
He
waiting
called him
when
Saren.
Fred showed up.
This dude was attentive. I don't think I would have remembered somebody's name that easily.
They knew each other.
That could be a story, like I won't call it a plot hole, but one of those where it's like, how do you just know that dude's name? Because he said, "Sir, what are you doing here?" I will meet people and have conversations with them and meet them for the first time, and then they tell me their name, and then literally forget it after that. So it's like, how did you remember his name that easily? It's not like he just kept saying, "Hey, Saren, how's it going? Hey, Saren, how's the weather?" He's just like, "Saren, what are you doing here?" And that was it. So it's kind of like, how did you? But that dude had to remember his name so that way he could tell Commander Shepard. So Commander Shepard could then later know this is who we need to look for because Saren did it. But this is one of those things where it's like, I feel like maybe we could have found another way to make that a little bit stronger.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
I gotta make sure that I talk to him about the smuggling because I don't want to.
Everyone. If I had been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Cole mentioned you
You're Cole's contact here on the docks.
for the smuggling ring. He's like, what the?
What?
What? No, I mean,
I mean,
so I'm a smuggler. Who cares?
so I'm a smuggler. My supervisor's dead. The entire
Tyrus
crew's
Crew's dead.
dead.
It doesn't matter. That's not funny that people are dead. It's the way he says it.
Anything hidden nearby that we could use
A
against
shipment of
the gang?
grenades came through last
You
week.
greedy son of a
I
bitch.
never thought you'd actually need those grenades.
Way to go, Williams.
Attack Eden Prime.
Forget
Forget about it. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander.
Dang, Ash, what was you gonna do?
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over. I
You should
swear.
make
A lot
amends.
of Marines died here, Powell.
Those grenades could have come in handy if you were.
If I were you, I think
Dang,
there's a way to make
he laid it on thick.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's how you gonna make it.
Something else
Could
I
be a
would say.
fortune.
Could be worth a
I
fortune.
don't know what to. I never pay attention to what he
Technology.
gives me.
Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
And all I'm gonna do is take it and sell it. So I guess, but I guess I made wasn't amends. I guess
I can't stay here. I need
basically that was a low key bribe in a way, or extortion, high explosive grenades. So what was the other thing he gave me? I don't know what he. It's a is that like a location? I never really thought. No. I don't know what he gave me that was worth the fortune on top of the grenades. And maybe I'm wrong. It just seemed like he also gave me something else. I don't know. Oh wait, 10. Did the weapons? I'm gonna look into that later. All right, I want to be done with this and see if I can finish this like in the next 10 minutes or so. I think I can. Maybe the next 15. Yeah, there we go. I thought it was a way to do that. That's not what I want. I want my. Oh Lord. I'm gonna get myself jacked up. Let me put my immunity. Oh, let's put shield boost on. First of all. Alright. Bruh, ain't no way. How I go from full health and get one shot at? Oh, because he threw a missile. Bruh. And I probably didn't save. I know I didn't save. Hopefully it was an auto save, because I don't feel like going through all that again. Okay, good. I was gonna say, man, let's get this shield boost. That doesn't really do any. Oh, because my shield's are already up. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me just go to my assault rifle. Keep space. So I definitely should have my immunity up instead of shield boost. I'm just so shy that throw doesn't do anything to them. Right? It really trips me out. Maybe it's because of the armor. I'm not really considering the fact that they have armor on. I can't get around that way. I don't need that upgrade kit. Dang, kid, get out the way. Alright, let's see. I still think I can get done with this relatively quickly. Alright, so we're going to finish this out and then end it, and then we'll pick it up from there. But as we are coming to a close, if you have any thoughts or questions or suggestions, let me know. Even the format, we can change the format up with this too. I'm open. Like I said, new channel, just trying something new. Oh Lord, I hate why these dudes be charging. All right, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna go. Let me go ahead and switch to this. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on this, and then you do. She can't do it. This. I did not mean to do that, but that's all right. That worked out. Okay, so y'all are using your powers. I don't know what the heck Caden was doing before. That man was just being lazy, I guess. I rarely ever played with the shotgun like that. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. Okay, all right. I'm messing up. Let's throw this, man. Yeah, there we go. I need to switch up. And all them shots, Jenkins would have been down. I guess he was better off going out when he did, because he wouldn't have survived the rest of this battle. Because he got took out by the little drone things. He didn't have to face the death. Soldiers. Alright. Activate this train. Defuse these bombs. And get it rocking and rolling. But yeah, one of the other things I like about Mass Effect is that it's like so many different little variations. It's the same story for the most part, but it's like little different variations on how things play out that are really cool. Let me know if there's any other games that anyone would want to see. Like, all right, so the plans I have as far as live streaming games, Mass Effect, probably Dragon Age. What's something else I could do? Yeah, probably BioWare's a safe bet when it comes to games with story. But I mean, I can do something even like, I even thought about doing like possibly doing something like Horizon, maybe. But I'm open to what you guys might want to see, what the audience and community could want to see as we build. Like I said, I'm just starting off with the games I know I like and the games that I play, so I am focusing on story games though, so that is the one caveat to it. I'm not just like doing, shooters or anything like that. Like just random like stuff, like if it has a storyline to it, then we're good. If it's just like Fortnite or something, most likely not going to be doing that. Nothing against that game, because I play games like that, but this channel's focus is just on games that have like a storyline. Narrative-based games is what I'm getting at. Games that are like the narrative is like one of the driving force of the game. Because that's like why I play games like these. Like, I mean, I play for the gameplay, but gameplay is always very much secondary for me, as much as I like the gameplay, but I'm always doing things for the sake of the story. Like, because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't matter. Like, I didn't have to question those people like I did to find the extra stuff. I didn't have to tell Cole or Powell that I talked to Cole, but for the storyline, I wanted to do it. And then also for like the role-playing element of it, that's why I didn't want to punch that dude in the face, because I'm not playing, this character is not that type of character. In my mind, he wouldn't do something like that. Again, it's not like the end of the world, but that's why I play these games, is for the role-play aspect to them. Where is the last one? Dang, my aim was horrible. What was I aiming at? All right, I don't know what I was aiming at. My goodness. All right, we're done with that. All right, let's go ahead and get over here. One thing I will do for sure in this playthrough is skip stuff, like in terms of like certain items. Like, I'm not going to open every like box. So I'm like, I have everything. I don't like running down here for one, because I don't want to get swarmed by these husks. The husks are so annoying. That's one complaint I have about this game, is it's not very like it's a shooter. Sorry, I just bumped the mic. It's like not like a good hand-to-hand combat type game, which I'm not expecting it to be like, you know, this amazing, you know, brawler or something like that. But it's just like when you get swarmed, you really can't do anything. It's just so easy to get taken out. It's definitely a cover-based shooter, which I'm fine with. But then I'm like, if it's a cover-based shooter and then you're going to have things swarming at me, I do think I should have a little bit more tools at my disposal that I can use to help me. Like some more like area control type things. Which I guess, you know, if you have like I don't even know if there's any powers like that for any of the infiltrator or something and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm gonna pay a lot more attention to how I do certain things, because I am playing on insanity. So you can watch this cutscene. I'm gonna get a sip of water.
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
It took me forever to get contact. I guess it's like, nah, we don't want you, Ashley. Oh, Commander Shepard, sacrificing himself for the good of the crew. Yeah, I don't really have a comment on how that went. It's, you know, this whole setup though is crazy, because even the fact that comes off as a spaceship is wild, because you're thinking like this is probably like some type of spaceship or whatever, but you have no idea that that's like an actual Reaper, which is wild. Even the way that they were acting here always seemed so weird to me. It was like, why are they acting so weird? And it's like, thinking back on it, it's like, well, you know, part of that could have been the indoctrination. And part of it probably was the indoctrination. But I mean, I don't know. We don't get to really see a lot of Saren's. Well, you can see his backstory if you read the book, but like in the game, you don't get to see, you know, what he was like before all of the indoctrination with the Reapers. It's also weird because it seems like it
think he's waking up.
like his character design doesn't. It seemed like to me that it was supposed to progressively get more mechanical looking as the game went on, based on how they were talking. But his character design never changes,
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
and people don't question why he looks the way that he does.
Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
Like he looks very mechanical, and I mean maybe a lot of people are like, oh well, he's an alien, but like so as you play, no other Turian looks like how he looks. And if you look at his eyes, look very like mechanical. He has like these cables and stuff in his neck, so it's like, what's going on with you? But I think that was supposed to like progressively become more and more like that. But probably, video game budget constraints cause him to have to let his character design be one way.
Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold.
But yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more, I will be streaming next week too.
Physically, you're
I'll
fine, but I
probably
think
put
it's
a
unusual brain activity.
I'll make an announcement on my page about when the next stream will be. But if you're interested in seeing more, totally join me. I already have videos on my channel, so if you want to see more content, me talking about I did a video about video game to TV show adaptations that I dropped yesterday, and it was about talking about the Fallout TV show versus The Last of Us, and then I mentioned the Halo TV show and which style of video game adaptation I prefer and which one I think is the best, and what I think is like, I just did a whole breakdown on that. And then I did another video talking about why I think that books are the superior form of storytelling, and like if I had to have if I could only have one form of media for entertainment, as hard as it would be, I would choose books. Because I just think, you can watch the video to hear why I think that. I don't need to go into all that right now, but yeah, both of those videos are up on my channel now, so you can check those out. But yeah, you can hide. This whole thing is so funny to me because basically Shepard had the vision that he got from that beacon, and we know it's a true vision because from playing the game, and we are playing Shepard, but they are like going into it so like, oh yeah, believe us based on this vision we saw, and also one of your best aid, because they basically are going to go to the leadership, the council, the council, and tell them that Saren was there and that he killed Nihilus and was working with the Geth, and they're gonna think that they're crazy because it doesn't make sense for someone like Saren to do something like that. And then they start talking about dreams and the vision he has, and it's like, what are you talking about? So, and then I always was like, one of the things I mentioned was I think this is kind of one of those drawbacks with video games, because I bet when they wrote this, they didn't have in mind how it was going to look. And I always thought that the way that they displayed it was weird, because Shepard's like, I saw death, war between synthetics and organics and whatever. He said something like that. But like when you look at that little, I don't even know what that was, that slideshow of just still images and like stuff, effects on it. It's like, how did you get that out of that? So, I just think that was one of those budget constraint things that they probably just needed to do. And maybe they just thought it would be cool to do something abstract or something like that, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that I think it looked fine. It's just, I don't think it portrays what Shepard was saying. And that was just my thing. It's like, how did you get that out of that? So.
He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
But obviously, it's not like it's that big of a deal because I keep playing the game. But that's the whole point of this retrospective, is I want to go through and look at things good and bad. and just kind of look at it and talk about like, yeah, I think they could have done that better, or even if they could have done it better, just kind of noticing like the drawbacks and the flaws there, but then also talking about the high points and the good things in it too, you know, because it's obviously a very good game.
Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
All right, they are now headed to the Citadel, where we will spend a good amount of time. So I probably will do that on stream too, but I want to go ahead and stop and save for now. So yeah, that is it for this one. Thank you so much to anyone who watched, and if you did not watch live, feel free to watch the replay. I'm not taking it down, but that's going to be it for this one. And until next time.